Good morning, everyone. Good morning. It gives me an immense pleasure to welcome you all here on behalf of ISD Academy India Private Limited and PS Quality Certification Private Limited. We ISD Academy, we are focusing on providing high quality education, thereby developing skills and enhancing empowerment to professionals by narrowing the gap in expectations between industries and educational institutions. ISDE is an established professional institution well supported by highly qualified, devoted, and experienced professionals. In today's era of artificial intelligence and machine learning, we are adopting the following training methods for higher efficiency and effectiveness for our corporate employees. They are group discussion, case study and analysis, role play, brainstorming, and e-learning. We offer a wide spectrum of customer-oriented and customized corporate training. The mission of ISD Academy is to serve the people of South Asia in creating, communicating, preserving, and applying knowledge, art, and academic values, and in developing leaders and citizens who will challenge the present and enrich the future. Our vision is to be the most globally recognized technical academy in South Asia. We strive to produce highly employable graduates through our dedicated staffs who shall set global standards, making our students technically superior. Our aim is to provide top quality training to your staff, teaching skills that can be transferred realistically to the workplace. Today, we are happy to collaborate with Nkt National College for Women for this webinar on attaining quality assurance and quality enhancement through IQAC. Now I would request Mrs. Enid Ruth from Nkt College to give an introduction about their institution. Ruth ma'am, can you please take over the session?
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, ISD Academy. Is it audible, right? Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible. You can continue.
Yeah, to talk about my college, Nkt National College of Education for Women is situated at the heart of the Chennai city at Triplicane. The college is built in an area of 3.06 acres where a model school is also housed. Established in the year 1966 by Shriman N.K. Thirumalacharya, a visionary and a philanthropist, it has evolved into a well-established college catering to a teacher education needs of women from all sectors of the society. The college offers both graduate and postgraduate courses in education with autonomous status awarded by UGC in the year 1988. In 33 years after autonomy, the college has grown upright to great heights as an institution of higher education in higher learning in education. Today, Nkt National College of Education has close to 600 students enrolled in B.Ed Special Education, which is for visually impairment, M.Ed, M.Phil in Education, and PhD in Education. And it has acquired a reputation for excellence, inclusiveness, and committed service to the teaching community. Nkt National College of Education for Women has also fallen in line with the NAC pre-team evaluation, and it was awarded as a 5-star status in the first cycle and awarded A grade with CGPA of 3.26 on a 4-point scale in the second cycle. The college, in the 55th year of its existence, with 33 years of autonomy, remains fully aware and committed to its mission of empowering young women student teachers to face life and its multifarious challenges at both personal and professional levels. The college is being governed by a philanthropist management, Shriman Nkt National Education Society, headed by Dr. S. Mano Bhaktavachalam, President, and Professor M. Arumugam, Secretary, and other eminent committee members. The college is headed by our principal, Dr. S. Chamundishwari, and it has 26 faculty members and 15 support staff. Dr. N. Kalayarasi is the control of examinations and coordinator of R&D Center, and Dr. S. Malati is the Dean of Academics and coordinator of IQAC cell. I would now like to share the video clipping of our esteemed institution. Kindly stay tuned. Can you kindly confirm whether you're able to see my screen? Is it audible?
Yes, ma'am, it is audible.
Yes.
அயன் திருமலாச்சாரியன் வாழ்க வாழ்க வாழ்கவே வாழ்க வாழ்க வாழ்கவே. மன்மர திருவாண்டிலே புரட்டாசி திங்களில் ஆயில்யம் வன்மையோடுரை நாளிலே புவி மாதுணங்கனி கூறவே பொன்மனத்தவன் நரசிம்மன் ஸ்ரீ கிருஷ்ண புவனின் புதல்வனாய் ஜன்மம் எதிய சாந்த சர்க்குணம் தரணியில் சிரஞ்சீவியாய் வாழ்க வாழ்க வாழ்கவே வாழ்க வாழ்க வாழ்கவே. வெண்மலை திருப்பார்கடல் என்ன வாகனம் வள தேவியாய் அண்மை வந்தருள் செய்து தமிழமாக்கம் கண்டகம் குளிரவே பெண்மையில் பெரும் தன்மை ஓங்கிட பெண்கள் கல்வி சிறக்கவே உண்மை கல்வியின் கோயிலை திருவல்லிக்கெணியில் நிறுவினார் வாழ்க வாழ்க வாழ்கவே வாழ்க வாழ்க வாழ்கவே. அன்னமிடுவதும் சொன்னமிடுவதும் ஆலயம் பல செய்வதும் கன்னியர்கரும் கல்வியின் கருணையில் நிகராகுமோ சென்னை செய்தவத்தால் பிறந்தவன் திருவும் புகழும் மிகுந்தவன் தன்னலம் கருதாத தியாகியின் தரமிசை இறையாசியார் வாழ்க வாழ்க வாழ்கவே வாழ்க வாழ்க வாழ்கவே. யாத்திரை தொழில் வாணிதாசன் அமலர் மைனவனாரியன் அயன் திருமலாச்சாரியன் வாழ்க வாழ்க வாழ்கவே வாழ்க வாழ்க வாழ்கவே.
Hope you enjoyed, and this is a small video of our esteemed college. Thank you for the wonderful opportunity. I now hand over the session to ISD Academy. Over to you now.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So today's webinar on attaining quality assurance and quality enhancement through IQAC. So the establishment of IQAC by accredited institutions is a major step in pushing long-term quality assurance and quality enhancement standards in the institution. IQAC in any institution is a significant administrative body that is responsible for all quality matters. So it is the prime responsibility of IQAC to initiate, plan, and supervise various activities that are necessary to increase the quality of the education imparted in an institution. So the role of IQAC in maintaining quality standards in teaching, learning, and evaluation becomes crucial, and the present research is therefore undertaken on a smaller scale to determine the exact status and functioning of IQAC and its outcome. So this webinar is planned in an aim to attain process quality assurance and quality enhancement in designing, operating, and maintaining educational institutional IQAC. So for today's webinar, I would like to welcome our speaker, Mr. Satyanarayanan. So he is an edutech professional having a decade of research experience in education and industrial segments on health and safety. Disruptive technologies and quality aspects made him to choose educational technology as his profession. His life mission is to reach 10 million young minds of our nation through his training activities, podcast, and through quality education for all movement to attain UNESCO 2030 sustainable goals. His holistic design of training sessions, social activities is making positive transformations among educators, industrialists, and students. He strongly believes the quote, champion mindset, champion yourself. So his current position includes, he is the senior trainer learning and development in servant safety. He is the board of advisor for ISD Academy India Private Limited. He is the quality management system lead auditor and educational organization management system lead auditor. He is the principal technical advisor in Respro Labs, board of study member in Rajalakshmi institutions. He is the young alumni committee convener, College of Engineering India and IQAC member for some renowned institutions at Tamil Nadu, Pondicherry, Nellore, and Kerala. So, Mr. Satyanarayanan, I welcome you all.
Thank you, madam. Very good morning. Very good morning to all the educators who have been present here today. I'll be very happy to meet you all. And once again, I thank Nkt institutions and ISD Academy for been organizing this webinar on IQAC in a very important stage, because now the we can able to see how the transformation in our education system is going to happen. Already it's been happening in some phases, but we have to know whether we transforming in a place where there is a quality or where we have been heading towards a right place. For this, thank you for this wonderful opportunities. We can able to see how we can able to attain a quality towards using this tool called IQAC. All of our colleges will be having this IQAC cell, or will be in a process of making this IQAC cell. For the last 10 years, a decade, I've been doing a lot of research on quality of education, how a quality of education can be determined. As I've been told by Ms. Emma, is one of the fourth principle of UNESCO principle, quality education for all. I've been working towards that. In my experience, and also I've been associated with few colleges as IQAC member and board of study members, I'm here to share my experience, how we are going to attain it, how we can able to attain a quality assurance in our institution, that to a IQAC cell, how we can able to function our IQAC cell in our institution. All the presentations and some of the case studies which I have been going to present here is from Nkt IQAC website and also from of the renowned institution. If there is any disclaimers, it's been the content is been taken from them. Okay, the key takeaways from the session after my presentation of 11:30, you can able to get a view on what is educational quality, what is the real meaning of education quality, how we are going to test the quality in our institution and also excellence. Once I know what is education quality, then I can able to build on blocks. We can able to build on the value system in my existing block, so I can able to get this excellence. We will be knowing this, what is educational quality and excellence, what is the roadmap of IQAC, how we can able to build a IQAC for your institution. I always believe whenever we have been having a guidelines, whenever we have been having a different standards are there, kindly ensure that standards are adapted. That standards are adapted. It has been tailor-made to your institution. That's very important thing. We are going to see that, and then we can able to see about the benefit of implementing IQAC. Yes, there should be a return on investment. Whenever I've been taking 21001 or the global education standards, I will always tell that whenever we have been doing, whenever we are following, it may be NAC, it may be any standards, any ABC standards, make sure that what we can able to get from that. So the benefit of implementing IQAC, we are going to see. The last one is attaining process excellence. What is the process and how we are going to get the process excellence? These are the four key takeaways we are going to get from the session. Okay, education, whenever we are going to talk about this education is one of the most powerful weapon for our nation, for every nation. Education is one of the very, very sensitive and powerful tool to say that whether our country has been in a developing stage or it has been in a developed stage. So now the education has been slightly, it has been changed. Education 4.0. Few years back, we heard a term called Industry 4.0. Now it has been slowly, our education system is turning into Education 4.0. You can able to mark this, and you can able to see lot of research papers has been there towards this Education 4.0 for the past 7 to 8 months. Lot of researchers are concentrating in this area called Education 4.0. It is nothing but how we are going to empower, how we are going to give the employment of our students, of our learners, how we are going to plan our education system. Nowadays, yes, we had a system before this pandemic. Now it has been changed. How we are going to plan our education system? They are telling that it's like a sandwich type education system will prevail. And most interestingly, in this pandemic, we got our NEEP policy, also National Education Policy, it also has been insisting us for this education 4.0 and well-managed education system. Whether our educational system is being managed in a right way or not, whether the managing is being done properly. I can able to tell with a small example here how we can able to identify, how we are going to identify my management system in my institutional is working in a right way or not. Whenever the next, whenever you are going to attend, whenever you are going to address any issues in your institution, make sure that the same issues which you are going to address before 1 month or before 2 months or before 3 months, you address the same issue or not. If you are not address the same issue or a similar issue to that, yes, our education system is being in a very good way, somewhat in a very good way. This is the one way. The next way is we have to know as a management people, as educators, I have to know whenever you are addressing the problems or you are addressing the effects, problems and effects. Many times, my dear educators, we may address the effects or different effects for a problem. We may not address a problem itself. So whenever we are not identifying the problem, whenever we are going to address only the effect, we can able to say that our management educational system has been rewind or some upskill has to be there in our well-managed educational system. It should be not person-oriented, always it should be based on quality-oriented management. We will see what is quality, because quality in a product, quality in a mobile phone, quality in any of the things, it is very easy to gauge it and to say that whether it is quality, it is in the right quality or not. But we are going to see what is quality in our education, and also good systems should be in place. We should have some systems from starting from the end. We should have some system should be present. For example, if we are going to conduct an online session, what is the system towards that? When the attendance will take, in that what are the videos will be displayed? It should be already, it should be well planned. It has to be communicated to the learner. So like that, there should be some system should be in place, and whether we are having this system or not, we are going to see higher education. You may think that whenever I've been taking quality education standard classes or the NAC awareness sessions, some of my educators will ask that why NAC is been for only higher education, why higher education is giving this much of importance. Right way, it has to be there for all the education sectors. I hope, personally hope, but we will start from a group, then we can able to make sure once this thing has been done, then we can able to move towards the other institutions also. Why it has been concentrated mainly on higher education is nothing but it's a very powerful agent to change a society and for economy. You imagine our economic contributors of our countries are from this sector alone. We need a structured approach there. We need a educational improvement there. Once our educational, higher educational has been fine-tuned, it has been structured, surely immediately, because everyone, including me, everyone, we need a immediate change. We can't able to wait for 10 or 20 or 30 years. It is required whenever we are going to make this similar model into other institutions. It may be of K-12, it may be of diplomas, it may be of other kind of institutions. But in this higher education, if the quality which we have been following it on, which we can able to attain, you can able to tell that you can able to see the effect within few years. So this higher education is very, very important thing. Now the quality of higher education, this definition quality of higher education has been defined by our NAC. What is quality of higher education? to make quality the defining element of higher education, in India through a combination of self and external quality evaluation, promotion, and sustenance initiatives. Self and external. Here, I just want to have a pass and tell that most of our institution we are doing this. We are doing this external quality evaluation. Evaluation is there, but what about the promotion? What about the sustenance initiatives? It is a combination, it is a wheel of both of the internal of a self is internal and external quality evaluation. External, I always believe in this evaluation only, in this evaluation 6 months once, it may be 3 months once, because you are the king for your process, you are the better auditors, you are the better judges for your institute. So I firmly believe that once this pillar has been strong, this self combination of self evaluation is been stronged up, you can be able to attain the process excellence. My dear educators, 2 months before, QS ranking has been established. QS ranking is one of the university ranking. Every year they will be published. They will take all the universities throughout the world and they will publish. This year, some of our institute also has been done very good. IITs, College of Engineering, India, they have been done very good. If you are having a time, kindly see that what are the aspects they are seeing, what are the parameters they are seeing. Most of the time, you can able to say the educational institution which is been in a very good state, which has been marked the global level, and the educational institution who have been striving for it. The main difference is process excellence. We are going to see what is process excellence. So without changing the process excellence, if you have been having a very good infrastructure, if you have been having a very good teacher, if you have been having a very good school, very good technological support, very good learners, we can't be able to attain that. Process excellence is the key. For that process excellence, the internal system, the internal evaluation system has to be stronged up. Once this internal evaluation has been stronged up, automatically the external evaluation, whenever the external evaluation has been done, you know as an internal evaluator, what are the areas I have to further I have to strong up? What are my future plan? How I can able to forecast the quality? Then promotion. How we are going to promote the quality? How we are going to tell, my dear educators, whenever we are going to promote our quality, it is nothing but you are promoting your culture. Culture is very important for an institution. The culture has to be there and it has to be promoted among our interested parties. It may be of our teachers, it may be of our learners, it may be of our parents. They should feel that culture. Yes, our institution is working in this standard only. They have to feel and they have to get that benefit towards us. So promotion has to be there. I have a note that you can able to diagnose yourself. You can able to tell what are the promotion activity towards quality we are doing, how we are doing this, and what about the sustenance initiatives? What is sustenance initiatives? Any reflection on this? What is sustenance initiatives mean? What is sustainability means in quality? What is sustainability means? You can able to put it in the chat box. Any reflections? What does sustenance mean? What does sustainability means? Sustainability, yes. Thank you. Sustainability is nothing but how we are we have been striving for the quality, how we have been having a continual improvement. This year, we got a satisfaction from our learners is 90. Okay, as per the requirement, it may be good, but how we can able to move further towards 95, 96, the quest towards our the quality of our institution, not only in one department, it has to be there. Sustainability, very important. Sustainability is not just maintaining the standard, it has to be there. Once the sustainability is there, surely you will have a growth. You can able to see how the quality in your institution is keep on growing. Very important thing. The next one is ensuring the clarity and focus in the institution, march towards quality enhancement. Quality enhancement, how we are going to have a clarity and focus in institutions, what way we are going, what is our vision, what is our mission, what is our quality policy, what is our objectives, why we are doing this, why we are following this, why we have been following this record. Everything has to be in a very clarity way, my dear educators. This is one of the very prime job of our IQAC peoples, to have a clarity, to give a clarity to all the interested parties, stating that how our institution is going to perform in future in the quality aspect. Quality is not a independent, okay, it's not an independent sector. It's a dependent on each process. They have to know in which are the sectors or which are the areas I have to improve after the SPARK analysis. So make sure that all our interested parties is having a well clarity towards our institution, and that can able to enhance your quality of our institution. Okay, this is the quality of higher education, which is being given by our NAC. Yes, continuous improvement. Yes, sir. Continuous improvement. Thank you. Okay, now I just want to have some reflections. You can able to unmute and say, what is quality in education? Because we have to know what is quality in education, then only we can able to add to that. How when only we can able to add values to that. What maybe a quality in education means, or how we can able to measure the quality in education. Any reflections you can able to put in the chat box, or you can able to unmute and you can able to say what is quality. Okay, innovation, update, current trends. Okay, innovations, update, current trends. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Rajamani, sir. Any other reflections? Quality. What is quality? Because by knowing this only, we can able to add value to that. By knowing this only, my IQAC cell can able to perform their job towards that. My dear educators, after this webinar, spend time to define innovation update. Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am. Okay. Quality in education is one of improving your abilities and competencies, successful career. Okay, good. Okay, I will ask in different way. Okay, what is the quality? What is the quality of this mobile phone? How we can able to define quality in a mobile phone? Because lot of phone has been coming. This kind of phone is coming, Android phone, and also a small kind of a basic model is coming. What is the quality between this and what is the quality between this? What does quality means? New feature, portable, okay. Sustainability, okay. Here, sustainability, durability. Sustainability, you have been told. Here, after this definition, you can able to futures being very effective for our use. Okay, very good, madam. Thank you. Thank you for the reflection. After this, as I told you, have a thought over this quality of higher education or quality of your institution. Then you can able to know whether my institution is traveling in a right direction or not. Whenever we are coining a term called quality, it depends. It depends from a user to user. I may be satisfied by this. Some may satisfied by this. They will tell that this phone can be dropped down, and it can also, by dropping down also I can able to use this phone. Here my quality is durability. My quality is durability. Here my quality will be surfing index. No, surfing index. So based on the individual needs, the quality is been changing, but we may get the similar needs, and we will design a product in future. The same way, my question here is: are we capturing the needs of our learners? Are we capturing the needs of our learners? Here we have been defined that good career means whether the learner is expecting for a higher education, he or she will be going for higher education, or he or she is expecting any kind of innovations, or he will be going for a research or for a job. In that job, what are the sectors? It may be a government sector, it may be private sector, or it may be abroad. These are the terms, these are the needs from our learners. Different needs. Yes or no? Different needs from our satisfy employment opportunity, promoting lifelong learning. Yes, good. Lot of things we have been, lot of reflection has been there. Thank you for it. My uh, my utmost research which I have been done here is a lot of institute they are telling this quality is a thing which can be first, it has to be defined from the learner are defined from the end user point of view only. What end user is thinking, what end user is needed from us. If I can able to provide that, then I can able to tell that I am giving my institution is a quality educational institution. So quality is not a stagnant one, not a permanent one. Make sure that first first exercise or first roadmap towards a quality of higher education is nothing but capture the current learners needs. Make a system to capture the current learner needs. In that, take top 5 or top 7, work towards that. You may ask that, sir, why I have to do that? We all know employability, they have to get a placement, employability good. Why we have to do a kind of this survey or a kind of a capturing their needs and all? They may think that employability is a mandatory thing. Nowadays, we are working for customer delightfulness. We are not working for customer satisfaction, learner satisfaction. I can able to tell you a small thing which may happen in future. As per national education policy, they are defining that after the policy is going to be implemented, there is no compulsion that a learner has to finish his entire undergraduate or postgraduate in an institution. After finishing a first year in an institution, he or she can able to come to you and tell that I'm going to study my second year in the other institution. Option is there, as we have been changing the SIM, portability of SIM. Option is there. So it is our, now we have to prepare towards that. We should have some standards. What is the existing standard now? What is the existing quality now? In what way we have to move further? Based on Nkt, what they defined the 7 steps to quality is nothing but quality is a quest for excellence. Searching of excellence is a very, very long process. Understanding the concept, each and every concept of our institution, we have to understand why we are doing that. And it has to be action oriented. It is not in paper, it has to be implemented directly, it has to be implemented, and it has to be measured whether it suits my institution or not. Lot of best practices are there. That best practice may or may not work in our institution. Action oriented, learner centered approach. Are we doing a learner centered approach? There is a online forum UNICEF. You can able to search in Google and you can able to get a form that for we can able to evaluate ourselves as a teacher, as a professor, as a teacher. You can able to evaluate yourself as my teaching is been towards the learner center approach or not. It has to be done by all the educators in an institution, by IQAC cell, whether our teaching methodology is being towards a learning centric approach or not. Then innovation for change, as has been rightly told, are we having innovations? Are we? It's not that innovation can able to happen immediately. It is a long time process. Analytical skills, creativity. What is creativity? What is creativity? If anything is going comes out of the box, okay, new thinking or new process, if it is accepted, it is creativity. If it is not accepted, it is stupidity. It is stupidity. Yes, lot of failures will happen whenever we are going to for this kind of innovation. Or what type of a structure we have been developed for this innovation for change, and training to build the competencies. Competency is very important word. What is competence? Are we defining the competence for each and every job role we are having in our institution? This job, this is one of the job of our IQAC. IQAC has to define the competence. What is competence? Competence is nothing but educational qualification, experience, and the skill set for your institution. There will be some of the basic requirement from a university or from AICT. They would have been laid down. It is a requirement. You can able to set a skill set for your institution for based on the job roles. How you are going to do that? It's based on we are going to have a measure. What are the competencies required? What are the competency have been there in the global education institution? Can be able to adapt that? Not all in a way. We can be able to adapt few things for 2 years. If this competency has been increased in this educational sector, then we can able to improve upon that. In that way, IQAC has to move. It has to move its job towards the quality. Then it's a year-round activity. It's not a one-time activity, my dear educators. Those are the days has been gone. Now every year we are going to submit our annual quality assurance report. That's one part. The next part is every year we are going to get a new set of learners. Their needs are Sir, can you able to hear me? Yeah, ma'am.
It's audible, sir. We can hear you.
It's audible. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Prakash sir, I think from your end there is some problem with the broadband. You can able to go to the place where you have been getting a broadband, or else you can also able to see the link in the YouTube also. Thank you, sir. So 7 qualities. Why I have been defined the 7 qualities? This 7 steps is one of the prime steps of your IQAC. Whenever we are part of that IQAC, you are the very, very, very important person, responsible person of our institute. Each and everything. It may be of Swachh Bharat, it may be of Kaizen, it may be of improving the quality of teaching, it may be improving the social aspect of our learners. everything is our responsible, IQAC responsible. We have to own that. We have to own that. Yes, it's my institute. One of the institute last month I will went them, and I've been taught them what is culture, and they told that, sir, we are not having a value system and culture for our institution. Then I told that it is one of the opportunity for us, for you to develop a value system for your institution. How good it is. Like that, whether I am going to be there or not, IQAC members has to feel that pride that you can able to see the difference whenever we have been working towards that. Now, mission statement of NAC. Why we have to know this is nothing but I have to know that towards this mission statement only your institutional IQAC cell has been working on to arrange for periodic assessment and accreditation of institution of higher education units or specific academic programs. So IQAC has to make a way for this periodic assessment and accreditation. Periodic assessment and accreditation, it will be done by the external bodies. Okay, good. Once in 5 years or once in a year, you can also able to conduct a AAA audit. That's good. What about our internal system? Strong up the system. Make sure how to audit your institution. You are the best judges, as I told you. You are the very good auditors. So I can able to tell you what are the how to start this. Because if you are having a structure, only, we can able to move further towards that. To stimulate the academic environment for promotion of quality in teaching, learning, and research in higher education institution. Very, very important thing. As I told you, quality is a long-term process. It's not that I have been done so. Today I have been started my webinar on 10:15, 11:30. It's been over. Feedback has been coming that it's been very good. It's not so. It is a very, 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 very long-term process. It's like nurturing a small plant. You have been planted a saplings. It has to grow step by step by step by step. But as a IQAC member, you have to stimulate that thing. You have to make sure that your institutional learners, educators knows the value of it to encourage self-evaluation. Accountability, are we encouraging as a IQAC people, as a educators, how to first they have to know how to do their self-evaluation. What are the terms for that? What is accountability, autonomy, and innovations in higher education? My dear educators, I always believe this quote: answerability and accountability in any system, if it is there, surely we are going to get a very perfect result. I repeat it again: accountability and answerability. If it is not there, surely the system is not going to work in the right direction. So for that, to encourage that, we are using our IQAC as a tool. The next one is understand the quality related research activity, consultants and programs. Yes, like this kind of programs, it adds values. It adds values to our institution to understand the research studies. It's not a research studies apart from other institution. You have to have our own research studies. Okay, best example is 2020 April end, same time year now. On the previous year, we all shifted our teaching methodologies to online base. Good. 2021, same April end. What is the quality improvements we done? Are we saying same thing? Still, that our groundwork is not good. What are the quality, not only in terms of us, in terms of all the interested parties? What are the improvements we done? What are the researches we done? Very important. Next, collaborate with other stakeholders of higher education for quality evaluation, promotion, and sustenance. It's one of the key area. Whenever I've been going into the institution, I will tell that have a collaboration with other institutions which are nearby to you. It may be a 2 days or 3 days of faculty exchange program. It may be also their person can able to audit some of your process. You can also able to audit some of the process, or we can able to collaborate like this. ISD and NKT has been done today. Collaborate, and we can also able to conduct some kind of workshops. We can able to know their best practices, how they have been doing. It's been possible. This all the things has been possible only by our IQAC cells only. Need for IQAC? Yes, it is one of the contributing factors of national development, not only our institution. It's going to be contribute. It's going to contribute to our nation. Okay, contribute to our nation. How, in what way? You can able to ask me how we are going. It's going to contribute to the national. My dear educators, I firmly believe if a institution within, if this process has been followed within 3 years, you can able to feel the change. If you can able to attain that stage, already we are doing that. Once we have been doing it in a very right way and also in a very vigorous way, thousands and thousands of the learners is going to be get benefited. It's not only going to stop there, it's going to attract the positivity. Be a educational biomagnet. New term I've been coining out, educational biomagnet, which reflect positivity towards other institutions. They have to see towards you, and they have to aspire that yes, they have done this. What are the methodology they have followed? Like this, we have to make sure that first there should be inspiration should be there. We have to start our inspiration, and then we have to transform. Then global competency among students. How we are going to fostering their global competency. I always believe whenever I am taking class to my students, I will do a lot of research. I will discuss with educators like you that how they have been teaching the subject, how the subject is being taught in some other countries, whether we can able to give that standard which has been given in Western countries or in the utmost best education of our country. So whenever we are going to have a structured way, we know our structure, we will keep on building blocks into our quality. And one day our students will be having that global competencies, inculcating value system among students. What is the value system we have? Before inculcating the value system, I will always tell that what are the value system a institution is going to have, how they are performing, how they are demonstrating that value system. If you are telling that a value systems, yes, these are our value systems, are we demonstrating that that value system is going to be inculcated to our learners also, to our students also, to our teachers also. From this value system only, you can able to create a culture. You can able to create a culture for your institution, cultural values. Very important thing nowadays. This value system we need as educators. We need to work on. We need to we have to incorporate it more to our learners, because a lot of distraction is there. It's not that we have to give job, we have to make them for higher education, holistic education. That's why the term holistic education has been done now. What is holistic education? It is not only intellectual quadrant, emotional quadrant, social quadrant, adversity quadrant. 4 quadrants are needed for that holistic education. Make sure that all these 4 quadrants has been inculcated in our students. It has been possible only we are having a right IQAC system in our institution, promoting the use of technology. It may be your LMS, it may be your, yes, address global development. How we are going to address that? As whenever you are telling that, madam, whenever we are telling that we are going to address the global requirement, it is one of our value system. We have to tell that how we are going to demonstrate that. How we are going to demonstrate that. My dear educators, these two terms, promoting the use of technology and quest for excellence, is a need for the hour. It's a need for the hour. It's need for us. It's need for our institution. Our institution and we are not different. Whenever our institution is going to move on, whenever our institution is going to improve on, we are going to get benefited. We are also is in that process. So make sure that how the promoting use of technology is being done. How a IQAC can able to insist that you can able to tell, sir, how IQAC can be a part of it. IQAC can able to have a value system, or it can able to create a key indicator that every tutor or every educator who are going to conduct classes from next semester onwards, they have to use 25%, they have to use ICT based tool for their teaching. How it is going to be demonstrated, you have to show your curriculum planning, and you have to show after the syllabus is being completed, you have to show that. It's one of the promoting the use of technology. IQAC can able to arrange some sessions, how to use the Google, how to use the Google Classroom, how to use the Moodle. Different forms is very important. Now we are in an era that it's two things can't be, as I told you, these two things can't be omitted at all. Promoting the use of technology, I just want to tell a thing which has been in and around for the past 1 year. Nowadays, I for a educational institution, we may think they are our competitors. They are our competitors. This institution is our competitors. Those are the days have been gone. Now, for every institutional online education is the competitor. Why? Our students have been already have been trained to that, and also online educations are developing in such a way that it can able to give, it has been induced by artificial intelligence. For example, if I am going to tell an example for a small thing, it will be only based on my experience, based on my learnings. That experience may or may not be related to the learners. He or she cannot be associated with that. Yes or no? This is the thing as of now we are doing. But once this artificial intelligence, already it has been done, going to experience that. If promoting the use of technology, if a learner has been studying this, to make it simple, the artificial intelligence is going to give you example based on the experience of the learners. You can able to ask me how it is possible. It is based on the Google history. It is based on the Google search. The technological use of technological, we have to know how we are going to use this in a right way to make our learners to feel the difference between that. Next one is quest for excellence. How we are going to keep on, we have been going to search this excellence in our institution. Steering committee for preparation of self-study report of an institution. This SSR report, it should not be prepared by how we are going to get a quest for excellence. Is one form is the SSR report. By seeing the SSR report, we can able to tell what is the excellency we have been having right now. To attain that, make sure that you should have a steering committee. That committee should consist of all the process heads, all the department heads from teaching and also from non-teaching. In that way, only we can able to prepare this SSR, and we can able to get this stage or what stage our excellence has been there in the institution, and identification of strengths and weakness in teaching and learning process carried out by the institution. I will tell you how to identify the strengths and weakness. Apart from SPARK analysis, strength, weakness, opportunity, and challenges, before SPARK analysis, there is a process we have to do. Yes, we have to know, we have to do a process, because before SPARK analysis, we have to do a process. Then only the SPARK analysis result will be more accurate. What is the process we have to do before the SPARK? Any reflections on this? Any reflections? Okay, good. You can able to put in the chat box. Before SPARK analysis, you have to use this term. In future, you can able to have this template and you can able to feel the difference. You have to have a list of interested parties for your institution. Interested parties is nothing but stakeholders and their expectations. Interested parties and their expectation. While you are going to do the SPARK analysis, then only we can able to know that whether the expectations we are fulfilling or not, or based on these expectations, we are framing our process or not. That's very important. And also, whenever you have been going to analyze the weakness, whenever you are going to tell that these are the weakness, again you have to go to there whether the weakness is towards the expectation or not. If it is so, we have to improve on that. So interested parties and their expectation should be the first document you have to do before doing the SPARK. And also the best method of doing SPARK is do the SPARK analysis in each of your department. Then as a IQAC member, you have to relate and you have to compile the SPARK analysis of your different department and then make it to your institution. That can add values to that SPARK analysis. That can be able to add value to our SPARK analysis. So these are the important things which can be done by our IQAC. Now, internal quality assurance self vision. It is a vision, general vision for our IQAC to ensure quality culture as a prime concern. For higher education institution through institutionalizing and internalizing all the initiative take with internal and external support. Whenever you are going to start, whenever you are going to plan, whenever you are going to plan anything in our institution, it should have a quality culture. It should be have your institutionalization should be there, your internalization should be there. All the initiative take with internal and external support. It's nothing but everything we start, everything we improve, everything we have been done. It should be the starting should be. We have to see it in the quality culture, whether it is compromising our quality culture or not. So your IQAC vision for your institute. Make sure your IQAC vision, we will be having our institutional vision, that's good. We should also have our vision for your IQAC self. What is your IQAC vision and what is your mission? In what way we are going to travel? Any project, any improvement or any solutions which you are going to give, make sure this quality should be a part of it. This quality should be a part of it. That's your vision. And define your quality, institutional quality. Yes, once this vision has been done, you can able to get answer for this. Defining your institution, production quality, how you are going to assure it. A quality should be there, a quality policy should be there based on the vision of your IQAC. You can be able to define by seeing the vision of our IQAC, we can able to judge the institutional quality, how the institutional quality will be, how the quality of institution is there. So ensure that you are having a right IQAC vision for yourself, and these are the primary aim of IQAC to develop a system of conscious, consistent, and catalytic action to improve the academic and administrative performance of the institution. It's not only conscious, consistent, and catalytic action. It should be a conscious one, it should be a consistent one. It's not only before the audit, yeah, IQAC has to work on it. It's not so. It should be conscious towards the quality which you defined earlier. As I told you, this consciousness should be based on the quality which you defined earlier for your institute. This consistent should be every day, every project. It has to be consistently, this quality has to be there. Even as I told you, whenever you are going to design a flyer for a online program like this, there the quality should be there. What way we are going to do, this is our style, this is our font, this time the speaker name has to be there, everything has to be, this is the quality from A to Z. And catalytic action, you should be a catalyst, you should be a promoter, IQAC person should be a promoter there. For that, we have to believe in our system. We have to believe in our system. That's very important. You have to believe in your IQAC vision, the roadmaps which you are implementing. Once this belief is there, you will be a catalytic to all of the other process, and we are going to join hands to improve the academic and administrative performance also. It's not only we as educationalists, we can't be able to work without the support of the administrative people. So it has to be done on both the ways to promote measure for institutional functioning towards quality enhancement through internalization of quality culture. As I told you, it has to be the internal way. The quality culture has to be improved on the internal way, and it has to be internalization of the best practices. So it has to promote, your IQAC cell has to promote this. This is the primary aim, general primary aim of IQAC. Make sure that it can be called as a mission statement also. Make sure that your IQAC is having a vision statement and mission statement, and you have to understand that vision and mission statement. Make sure your educators are feeling that. So what is the role of IQAC? What is the role of IQAC in each of our institution is nothing but it should provide a decision making. It should provide a decision. It should be a decision making agency. How we are going to make a decision? As I told you earlier, all the decisions should be considered on quality basis also. How we are going to take a decision? You should have the guidelines. These are the guidelines. This is our operating procedure. If I am going to conduct a online webinar, if I am going to design my administrative process, whether I can able to accept this or not, whether I can able to accept a Google promotion or not, whether it comes under my quality or not, decision making, provide a sound basis for decision making. My dear educators, this is the area which you can able to tell, sir, we are not taking a big decisions and all. This is the area which you can able to assist our top management persons. We can able to assist our top management persons. These are the things we are having as per our quality standard. We can able to give them the guidelines. So we are going to assist them, and decision will be based on our quality guidelines only, and also ensure enhancement and coordination among various activity of institution, all good practices. It's not only audit, it's not only NAC, it's not only AAA audit, all the activity is tasked to ensure enhancement. Enhancement should be there, act as a dynamic system for quality change. Here, already a quality is there, we are going to enhance it. As I told you, enhance it. Already we we have been attained the standard. How we are going to improve on that? How we are going to improve? How we are going to add blocks into that? It's one part. Next part is, if I be not having that quality standard in my institution, what we can able to do? We are going to for a quality change. Quality change is one of the very hardest thing, but it has to be incorporated. It has to be incorporated in such a way that every employee or every learner should know why we are going for that change. For example, maintaining a document, maintaining a record, or following a new practices, it requires a lot of efforts, but they have to know the end results. Before knowing the end results, they can't be able to follow them. This area is one of the very sensitive area, my dear educators. As an IQAC persons, you have to make sure that you are acting as a dynamic system. You have to tell them why we require this change. Until March, we have been conducted evaluation. The results has been opted out only 10 or 15 days. Now we may be asking for within 7 days. Why? What type of quality we required in it? Everything is been needed. Then ensure internalized of quality culture. It is not that IQAC cell has to look for quality. It has to be internalized on every department. Every department should know, feel that it is our standard. This way only we have to work on and build an organized methodology of documentation and internal communication. Very important thing. We have been collecting a document for any kind of audits. It may be of ISO standard, it may be of NAC, it may be of FDA. We can able to see that each department will have a different structure of presenting a document. Best example is for conducting. It may be for conducting a workshop. The same example, flyers or the brochures we may be designing. Different department in our institution will follow a different style. Why it is? You see you can able to see some of the industry, some of the even our service industries, they will have the standard template. Why it is necessary? Adds quality. Whenever we are seeing this brochure, okay, this brochure is from this institute only. They will have the standard. They will know the size. They will know the color. They will send only this way. They will send only within this timeline. Everything adds value. So why? Because once we are going to opt for a standard, there will be a lot of research would have been done towards that. We can able to enhance that, but make sure the minimum standard is being followed and ensure internalization to quality culture and everything. If you are going to do everything, and the utmost thing will be ensure clarity and focus in our institutional functioning towards quality enhancement. This clarity is very important. And focus. First, we have to get a clarity that what are the areas, in what way I am traveling, what are the areas I have to improve on, and what are the areas I have to have it well focused. Now I can able to tell our online teaching should have, if we should as an institution, we should have a focus, and our clarity should be there on our app, on our online evaluation system. So as IQAC person, what we are going to do, you can able to create a standard, quality standard for that. What way the class should be start, or what way it should end, when is the attendance sector, how we are going to some of the things which they have been learned. So ensure the clarity that yes, as of now, the international standard, it is talking as a contest of organization. Okay, in that they'll be telling that clarity should be there. What is our current state? How we are going to improve on? For that, what are the activities we are doing? So each and every employee should feel that yes, we are doing this for this purpose only. They should not think that it is their requirement I am doing. It's not so. It is also going to help us in a very big way. So what are the steps? What are the steps? Best steps you can able to make sure that to start our journey towards IQAC is nothing but select the right people. Who are the right peoples? Every person is a right person only. Okay, there is no right or wrong person. Every person is a right person, but ensure that right person for right job, right time. If they are having a right time and they are giving a right place, surely that things is going to be work. So, as of my experience, my knowledge, make sure that you are having a experienced educators and also a fresh educators who are having less than 5 years of experience. So experienced and the fresh minds can able to stimulate lot of things. You can able to ask in what way it can able to benefit us. Experienced educators, they will give the well constructed ideas. This new educators, they will have a slight modification and they will be the people who have been implementing that, directly implementing that. So there will be a lot of ideas will be there and we will be having an implementing team. So we can able to always have a very good environment. My dear educators, we may have lot of ideas, but how we are going to implement it, implementation is one of the very biggest challenges we are having right now. So the team can able to consist of that and form subcommittees and empower the subcommittees. Under that, you can able to form lot of subcommittees. It may be of statutory requirement or regulatory requirement. We'll be having some subcommittees. Apart from that, have subcommittees. For example, one of the institution have been formed. That's happiness subcommittee. Very important thing, happiness subcommittee. The committee will give a lot of innovation things for the happiness towards the employees and towards my learners. You believe it or not, there is a Bhutan accreditation standard, our next nation. They are measuring the happiness index. If they are measuring the happiness index, why we can able to have a happiness committee? For example, I told like that, you can able to form different committees based on your requirement. And very important thing is you have to have a empowerment. You have to empower them. Decentralization should be there. The next one is form quality policy and develop SOP. Form the form a quality policy for your institution based on the current issues, based on the current cultures, what way we are going to move further. There is a differentiate between mission statement, quality policy. If everything vision and quality policy, quality objectives are there, your decisions and your actions will be more towards your vision, more towards the productive way only. So have a quality policy and develop SOP for each and every activity. As I told, how to conduct the online, we should have a SOP for your institution. Before having an institution, before creating a SOP, it should be well defined. It has to be experiment. It has to be get the result and then tell that it's a SOP. And periodic meetings of subcommittees, very important thing. How we are going to have a periodic meetings of the subcommittees. In that meeting, what are the things we are going to discuss? What are the quality initiatives we are going to do? How we are going to gauge? How we are going to measure the quality of an institution? That's one of the very important things. Yes, quality, we define, these are the qualities. How we can able to measure the quality of our institution? We are going to see sharing of information with IQAC and executions. Once the committee is been going to have their subcommittees, they have to share with our IQAC. We as IQAC peoples, what we can able to do is we can able to suggest some of the changes or some of the improvement, or we can able to tell that whether their committee, subcommittee is going in the right direction. Not only the subcommittee, our education institution is moving in a right direction or not. We can able to do this only if we have been having a structured form of our IQAC. This is some of the structured way that how IQAC has been working. Their IQAC has been directly has been reporting to Vice Chancellor. We have been having IQAC subcommittees for each criteria. It may be of Department IQAC coordinator, Department report complications, and Department IQAC coordinators like that. You frame your system. It is one of the structure they have been given. But make sure you in that IQAC you are adding your alumni also. You are adding a active industrial persons also. So that driving towards the quality will be done without any adjustment or compromise in your quality. This, okay. Benefits of IQAC. We have been talking a lot of things of IQAC. What is the utmost benefits we are going to get? We are going to be aware of the process in your institution. What are the different process? Objectives for all activity defined. Risk identified for all process. A defined and undefined process in your institution. You can able to see this. Well, if you are going to implement IQAC in a good way, you will get answer for all these questions. You will know what are the defined process, what are the undefined process. You will be getting the answers for the risk of all of your process. Objectives, very important thing. Objectives should be well defined. What is my academic performance indicator? What is the key indicator for my administrative people? Whether they are doing the job for that only or they are doing some other job. Yes or no? Once the objectives, what are the jobs I have to perform, in what way they are going to measure, then only it can able to add values to my institution. Are you having a curriculum planning and executive committee for that? Are you providing value-added courses to students? Value-added courses are we providing? Whether the value-added courses is really adding a value to that or not? Whether the modern teaching pedagogy and teaching incorporated in teaching pedagogy and technology incorporated in teaching, whether it is that or not. How lifelong learning? We got answer. Lifelong learning is one of the quality. How lifelong learning is going to ensure to your learners. You can able to get answers for all of these important things once you implemented IQAC in a right way. Test your IQAC. Yes, we are in the ending stage of this presentation. As a ending note, I just want to give you a framework which you can able to test your IQAC itself. That whether whether our institution, my institution IQAC is being well defined or not, whether I have to do some improvements into that is based on efficiency and effectiveness. Whether efficiency and effectiveness in all the critical process are defined or not. Whether we are noting it or monitoring the efficiency and effectiveness of all the critical process. It may be administrative, it may be academic, it may be admission, it may be evaluation. Whether efficiency and effectiveness are there or not, key indicator for each process. I will tell what is key indicator. For admission process, the admission person, administrative persons, they have to know what are the key indicators there. Key indicators is nothing but how we are going to measure our performance. Number of inquiries, number of inquiries converted into the learners has been joined, and what is the satisfaction from them. Key indicators, these are the three, this may be the three key indicators for your admission, like that. Whether all the process is having a key indicator or not, key indicator has to be defined by your IQAC self. For my evaluation, for my examination department, what may be the key indicators within the time, within the planned time, the result, the examination has to be conducted. If the examinations has to be conducted, whether it has been conducted or not, within the prescribed time, whether the result has been released or not. And the third very important thing is, what are the grievance? What percentage of grievance is being allowed, whether it is 1 or 0.5. Like that, key indicator, you having a key indicator for all your processes, have evaluation and continual improvement. Are we having a continual improvement plan to our institute based on our stock? Or the continual improvement plan is been prescribed by our IQAC? What is continual improvement? As I told, we should have a continual improvement. It's not a continuous improvement, it's a continual improvement we have to have. Are we having that? Our IQAC, at least in a yearly basis, can be able to give this continual improvement plan to our leaders, to our management peoples? Are we having a corrective action? Very important term, my dear educators. Whenever there is a deviation is there, immediately we have to know this term known as corrective action. That mistake or that deviation, you have to know what is the root cause, and it is not preventive, it is corrective. That same kind of or identical kind of mistake should not be done at any of your department. It's not in that department alone. If it is in that department alone, or if it is to that person alone, it is preventive. At any of my institution, if I've been having an institution in Chennai, if I've been having an institution at Bangalore, if I've been having an institution at Kolkata, any of my institutions should not do that mistake again. How it is possible? You can even ask me. The control mechanism in airport, you can able to see whether whenever we have been going to check in, they are having a control mechanism. We can't be able to carry this that. We can't be able to carry the electronic goods at all. Control mechanism, how they are going to put, they have been designed in such a way. So whenever there is a system failure has been happening, as we have to think this corrective action, the corrective action has to be evaluated by the IQAC peoples. Okay, thank you for this wonderful opportunity. In this given time, I hope I've been stimulated all the educators towards the importance of our IQAC self. IQAC is the heart of our institution, I will always tell. So decide your IQAC, decide your vision, decide your mission. So the action and decision in your institution is towards based on the IQAC vision and mission only. As a final note, what I can able to tell you is when the IQAC of your institution is working in a better way, in a right way, means all the interested parties will know their strength, they will utilize their strength, they will make sure everything is being organized as per the vision of the institution. So they will use maximum capacity towards what they are having right now. They don't wait for the external conditions. They don't wait for the external persons to come and add value. They will use maximum capacity what they are having, and then they can able to wait for the external conditions. In this time, within, what's the quality within your institution, it's going to define you and also your learners. So all the best. Let's move towards the quality education for all. It's not education for all, it's quality education for all. With this note, thank you. If you are having any queries, you can able to mail me, you can able to contact ISD Academy, or else you can able to note my number, you can able to have a WhatsApp towards this quality, towards the quality enhancement. Thank you. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity once again for NKT and also ISD Academy, and also to all my educators who have been patiently, who have been listening me. Thank you. Be safe.
Thank you, Mr. Satyanarayanan, for the wonderful session. Now I would request Mrs. Enid Ruth of Nkt National College of Education for Women to explain the best practices followed by their institution. Ruth, ma'am.
Yes, thank you, ma'am. Before getting into the session, our principal is here with us. Ma'am, do you want to say a few words before getting into the best practices session?
1 second. Yes. Sorry, I was not able to attend the meeting from the beginning because we had our MET practical examinations, which was going online, and we had the vivas of students. And thank you, Dr. Satyanarayanan. It was an excellent presentation. Though I was able to join a few minutes later, I was able to listen to you. And you had been interacting with us I think about a month back itself, and we had many very fruitful interactions, and your support was really very significant for the institution. Now, with regard to the best practices of the institution, as per our discussion during our IQAC meetings and everything, and you were suggesting that the best practices with regard to curriculum, though we have got listed out many best practices pertaining to the other criteria also, but with regard to the few of the best practices which we feel that it is really good and we are exclusive and we are really doing it in a very significant way. So it will be presented by Mrs. Enid Ruth.
Thank you, ma'am. I'm sharing the screen. So we'll now see about the best practices of the college. First one is student exchange program. So we have student exchange program at the MEd level with St. Christopher's College of Education, Chennai. There the students get exposed to alternative ways of learning and awareness and adoption of multifaceted approaches to learning. This exchange program takes them out of their comfort zone and they experience new level of learning. Next is semesterization of practical examination. A semesterization of practical component and engagement with field allows greater freedom and scope for designing and delivering a variety of skill-oriented tasks that the students can follow to enhance their quality of learning and teaching. So they develop skills and subject-related knowledge in a better way and get detailed regarding skill-oriented content, and it can be a better requirement through this system and ensure students to attain the college regularly without fail, as there is a regulation of compulsory 90% attendance. It provides an opportunity for the students for continuous learning, assessment, and feedback. It facilitates a better application of skills. Emphasis it is laid on class interaction because of periodic engagement between teachers and students in school. The system improves regular study habits among the students. It facilitates in evaluating the performance of students twice a year. Entry-level behavior and development of performance growth chart for the students to ensure that entering students have basic skills they are adequate to succeed in college, to identify the communication skills, self-confidence, and leadership qualities of students, to recognize the presentation skills of students, to discover students' personal traits, because they'll be fresh from their UG level. So what are their personal traits, how they are emotionally backed up with the exposure of teaching, to improve retention rates of entering students as they matriculate through the system, to provide them experience that will help them clarify their educational and personal goals, to evaluate the effectiveness of the entry-level assessment. Next is the Forum for Strategies and Operations Planning. This is a platform for sharing of expertise and knowledge in this forum to achieve optimum quality and competency among the faculty members. Next is the Nkt Center of Excellence. So this center has been enhancing the quality or standards of teacher education by providing additional input outside the curriculum to equip our student teachers with an edge over the others. The Nkt Center of Excellence functions specifically for our students each year by providing them with just the adequate input, never overloading them. Teacher eligibility test. Coaching for the teacher eligibility test is offered to the second year student teachers of Nkt to help them clear the TET examination with a good score. The passing of the teacher eligibility test is mandatory for those entering into the teaching profession, both at the center and the state level. Next is Nkt Center for Outreach. The Nkt Center for Outreach caters to the students of Nkt school and other neighboring schools by providing reading and leisure activities for them. Many kids drop in after school hours to benefit from this center. The Center for Outreach includes Ambulimama Library, the indoor games area, and the Thiruvalluvar Padasalai. Here, Ambulimama Library, it's a treasure trove of books ranging from fiction and subject books, both in Tamil as well as in English. Kids from schools nearby make full use of this facility, and these students cherish reading books. This library is open after school hours, during which the students relax after their long hours of learning in school. Here, Nkt Indoor Games. Children after school hours enjoy playing indoor games such as carom, Chinese checkers, and also traditional games like palanguri. Playing games after long school hours will serve to refresh the mind of students by giving them a fresh burst of energy. Students from Nkt and from the nearby schools, they come rushing in to play their favorite games. The prime motive behind indoor games is to discourage students from staying glued to their mobile phones. Thiruvalluvar Padasalai. This facility aims to provide a quiet learning environment for the school students. These kids can clear their doubts in subjects of study from the student teachers available there. Academically weak students are also helped out with their learning difficulties. Academic outreach. Outreach is a blend which engulfs theory and practice, institution, and the society. In tune with the University Grants Commission, our college has sworn to create our immediate society with extended knowledge and institutional resources. Faculty members are encouraged to perform outreach teaching by extending their classroom beyond the institutional premises and into the society in order to involve their students in service for learning and teaching. Social outreach. As we are one of the higher education institutions in our country, as bestowed with the responsibility of societal development through dissemination of knowledge and awareness, we are expected to frame objectives to accomplish national missions of reflexive learning, engaged teaching, collaborative research, and service, instilling a sense of active citizenship in students and also teachers, in order to give an exposure to community needs and problems present in different socio-economic and cultural groups. Quality circles, the main thrust of having this quality circle is to improve performance of students as well as the teachers by identifying the problems faced in the education system and thereby improving the overall academic success. We teachers strive toward excellence by providing them the tools to succeed in the essential component of their growth and development as professionals. Capacity building programs for the non-teaching. So we are providing adequate knowledge and soft skill training even for the capacity, like for the non-teachers through this platform. They are trained in typing or word processing the manuscripts correctly in time, understanding the collective and complex nature of work, keeping records in a systematic manner, acquiring the knowledge related to various functions within the college, sharing the work of colleagues at times of need, and being polite and sympathetic while dealing with students, visitors, as well as the strangers, developing a personal attitude, and the professional attitude towards colleagues and workplace, inculcating a sense of responsibility towards work and respect towards the senior as well as junior colleagues, being punctual and prompt in attending the work. So these are the various best practices that we that we execute in our college. And I really want to I take this as an opportunity to thank Satyanarayanan sir for the wonderful session and being a big support in the progress of quality attainment of our college. And I also thank Ms. Hema from ISD Academy for coordinating with us and making this webinar a meaningful happening. At this moment, I would also like to thank our esteemed principal, Dr. S. Chamundishwari, our faculty members, and all the participants without which this wouldn't have been a possible one. Thank you so much. Over to ISD.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you. So I'd like to thank Nkt National College of Education for Women to take part in this today's webinar. My special thanks to the principal of Nkt National College, Dr. S. Chamundishwari. Thank you, Chamundishwari ma'am. Thank you, Ruth ma'am.
All of you. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. So now, participants, I will share the feedback form link for e-certificates. So you please fill the feedback form link and please type your name in full with proper salutation, and please type your college or institution name in full. Please avoid abbreviations. And please give us a Google rating. So this is the Google rating feedback link. You please provide us the Google rating using the link. And then I'll be sharing you the feedback form link for this session. Kindly give us a Google review rating using the link which I have sent in the chat box. I request all the participants to provide us the Google rating. And next is the link for the feedback form for e-certificates. So please fill the feedback form. Please type your name in full with proper salutations. And also please type your institution name in full. Please avoid abbreviations for the e-certificates. E-certificates can be provided only to the participants who fill this feedback form. So please fill this feedback form. So we are organizing lead auditor training courses as well as internal auditor training courses. So if you'd like to join in any of the course, you could mail me or call me on the below number. I'll share my contact details in the chat box. So for any queries, if you need any PPT of the session, if you need anything or any queries related to the session, you please mail me. training@isda.academy is my mail ID. So we are scheduling the internal auditor training on educational organization management system. It is ISO 21001-2018 international standardization for organization on May 21 and 22. If anyone would like to join, please contact me. And our next complimentary webinar scheduled on May 26, 2021. The topic is designing a robust and transparent educational process using global education standard on May 26, morning 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. I'm sharing the registration link for the next complimentary webinar. Feedback form for e-certificate I'm just sharing in the YouTube channel also, so that the subscribers in the YouTube also can fill the e-certificate, I mean feedback form for the e-certificate. So those who are watching in YouTube, you please see the feedback form link in the chat box. You please fill it up. So I would request all of you to fill the feedback form for e-certificate, and please provide us a Google review rating. And you can see the link for registration for our next complimentary webinar. The topic is designing a robust and transparent educational process using global education standard, scheduled on May 26, 2021. And we have scheduled an internal auditor training on educational organization management system as well. It is ISO 21001-2018 on May 21 and May 22. For any queries, you please contact me on the number in the chat box, or you can mail me. So thank you once again, all of you, to joining today, and please fill all those forms. Thank you. We'll see you in the next webinar. Thank you so much. Meenakshi Sundari ma'am, I have just sent the feedback form link in the chat box. Request all of you to register for our next complimentary webinar scheduled on May 26. The topic is designing a robust and transparent educational process using global education standard.